This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, July 31st, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Yesterday, the Maryland State Police arrested an Annapolis man, Michael Andre Holmes, for a shooting along the Washington Beltway earlier this week. On Monday, it was reported that he shot at one vehicle from the Beltway and fled in a dark blue 2017 Hyundai Sonata. State police were not able to locate him. However, Montgomery County Police did stop Holmes on the outer loop of the Beltway. During that traffic stop, an unidentified witness drove up to the officer and told him that the Hyundai's driver had just been involved in a shooting when Holmes sped off before the officer could do anything for that. It took him a little bit to find out who he was and locate him, but Maryland State Police did arrest him here in Annapolis, and he has been charged with first and second degree assault and reckless endangerment stemming from the incident. I've got a little bit of Pittman news. County Executive Stuart Pittman announced that he has chosen current Deputy Chief William Lowry to assume the duties of interim police chief effective August 1st, and that would be when Chief Tim Altomare is retiring. Lowry does have 47 years of public safety experience. He was the assistant chief to former police chief Kevin Davis back in 2013. He left the department in 2015 to become a joint chief of police for Calmer Manor and Cottage City police departments in Prince George's County. And then he came back again in 2019 as deputy chief under Chief Altomare. In a statement, Pittman said, "He is widely respected by our officers and he is deeply respected by me. The Anne Arundel County Police Department is in good hands under Chief Lowry, as are the 580,000 people who live here." Lowry did begin his public service career in Prince George's County back in 1973. He left there in 2000 to become Senior Director of Security Operations for the then Washington Redskins. And he also held senior positions with NASA and the Miami Dolphins football team. Now, he is able to serve as interim chief for a period of 60 days. At that time, it may be extended for up to 4 months, but that would take a vote of the county council. Also, County Executive Pittman has announced Operation COVID Health Corp, or OCHC. And what this is doing is it's helping out the health department because they're a little bit overworked with the COVID pandemic. And as they see the surging number of coronaviruses increase across the state, they need to hire more people. Dr. Nilesh Kalanaraman, who is the health officer for Anne Arundel County, said the health department team has been working 7 days a week since the pandemic began in March. Countywide reinforcements are what it will take to stay open, to build community resilience, and to be ready for tomorrow's challenges. Now, the Anne Arundel Workforce Development Corporation is stepping up to handle the hiring there, and they are looking for contact tracers and many critically needed positions within the Department of Health. Additionally, County Executive Pittman has asked each agency head to designate 3 staff members to help support the health department by working at least 16 hours a week into the foreseeable future. And a little bit of an update for those that may be going back to school at a University System of Maryland school. They do have some COVID rules that they just announced yesterday. COVID-19 testing will now be mandatory for all University System of Maryland on-campus students and employees. Anyone returning in person to a University System of Maryland institution must be tested for COVID-19 within 14 days prior to their arrival and must provide the university officials with confirmation of a negative COVID test result. Some universities are testing students as they come onto campus, so you want to check with your school there. And additionally, all students as well as employees are going to have to begin a daily symptom monitoring and reporting for 14 days prior to their arrival on campus. Once you are on campus, there are some new requirements as well. Students, employees, and visitors are all going to have to use a mask or face covering in campus buildings or on campus grounds in accordance with local orders. Physical distancing of at least 6 feet between individuals. Any compliance with local guidance on events and gatherings. Obviously, hand washing. They also will require daily symptom monitoring as stipulated by each individual institution. So, a little bit going on for University System of Maryland schools, just so you know, because they're all starting up in the next couple weeks. And finally, we've got a great weekend coming up weather-wise, and Mitchell Stevenson from the city of Annapolis has some great news for us.
On Saturday, August 1st, the Kenneth R. Dunn Municipal Swimming Pool at Truxtun Park will open to the public. This new $4 million pool is updated with a completely upgraded bathhouse, a 25-yard 6-lane lap pool, a leisure pool with 2 curly slides, a splash pad, a new snack shack, and more. The pool will be open in 2-hour increments starting at 10 a.m. At the end of each 2-hour session, the pool will close for a half hour for a thorough COVID disinfecting process outlined by the Anne Arundel County Department of Health. All patrons are asked to wear their face coverings upon entering the pool and in any common areas. In addition, capacity will be limited to half of the usual capacity in order to protect the public health. One final note, the city is hoping to extend the pool season with the new pool, which is heated, so we are at least hoping to make this wonderful outdoor amenity available to folks through the month of September. See you at the pool!
Well, that wraps it up for us today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we're going to be updating these stories and more throughout the day. If you are someplace you can leave a rating or a review, please do that. And make sure you let everybody you know how to get a hold of a podcast, how to get a hold of this one, and how to subscribe to it. And you need to hang tight because we've got George Young with your local DMV weather forecast. He's coming up in just 1 minute. And we also have a brief message from Solar Energy Services, but it is Friday, so I wish you the best weekend you can possibly have, and we will see you on Monday.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, July 31st. Yesterday was definitely another hot one for the Annapolis region, but Anne Arundel County should finally see a slight break from the heat today and tomorrow with plenty of clouds and some showers and storms as well with highs in the 80s each day before more scattered showers and storms likely Sunday with temps possibly back up near the 90-degree mark for highs. From there, the expectation is for more unsettled skies and slightly cooler temps next week with highs generally in the mid to upper 80s, and we'll be keeping an eye on the path of Tropical Storm Isaias as it could bring some rain and gusty winds to the mid-Atlantic around Tuesday of next week. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DC MDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and use our website each day at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
The SPCA of Anne Arundel County invites you to take the Plunge Challenge. Post a picture or video on social media of your pet cooling off in the Severn River or your kiddie pool, maybe the Quiet Waters Doggy Beach, wherever. Use the hashtag #TakeThePlungeChallenge. Donate if you can and share with your friends. This summer, the SPCA Puppy Plunge goes virtual so you can still help care and find homes for surrendered cats and dogs. For details, go to aacspca.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.